welcome back to Over 500. I'm your humble, awkward, highly gracious host, Mark Ogin, joined by my nearest and dearest friend,
Big A&M, Big E.
And we have another special guest for you today, my man.
Drum roll, please.
Vintage J is here. Yes, sir.
What's up?
How you feeling today, my man?
I'm feeling great, bro. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
I would be feeling great, too, if I threw a great show you did the other week at Malavita.
This is the man right here. This is the man.
Come on now.
Officer's man of the hour. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, brother.
Honestly, don't remember much. But I remember it was good. It was a good time.
That's
for sure.
fire. That's the best right there.
Definitely a good time right there. Hell yeah.
You had I do remember your performance was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So for everybody at home that doesn't know, Vintage J is a rapper / artist here from Rundberg, right?
Coming out the north, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
ATX representative.
Yes, sir. So in case you haven't watched it before, Over 500 is a sports show. We drink, of course. First 3 topics, Over 500. The most important things happening in sports right now, right?
Right on.
And then we'll drink a little bit more. We'll get past those first 3 topics. Then Under 500 comes in, and it's just the stupidest shit happening in sports world right now. So without further ado, I would love to get into it if everybody would agree.
Yes, sir. Let's do this.
I bet. So right now, the biggest thing happening in sports, NBA free agency. And I want to break it down in 2 parts, the winners and the losers. And I got to say, winners, LA Lakers, right?
100%.
Everybody would agree, right?
We came out with the bag.
Yeah.
We came out with the big
out with
bag.
everybody.
I'll let y'all finish, but go.
All right, so let's run it down real quick. We got Melo on the minimum.
Yeah.
Ariza, minimum. Monk, minimum. Wayne Ellington, minimum. And we got Kendrick Nunn, 2-year, 20-year contract, right?
Yeah.
Re-signed THT, 3-year, $35 million. And addition by subtraction, we got rid of Kyle Kuzma.
Yes, I think
that's number 1 goal. I love Kuzma, but man, like
I think it was appropriate to let him go.
It was needed.
So Jay, you're a Lakers fan. What do you think about all this?
I think it's a win, bro, for us.
For sure.
Especially coming out with, AD and LeBron injured and getting kicked out the playoffs. What?
First round.
First round.
Yeah. That's the first time in LeBron's
James
playoff.
ever.
Ever.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's a great win for us. I believe so. You know what I mean?
Especially surrounding Westbrook with shooters and LeBron with young people. Because LeBron's on his last legs, let's be honest. He's getting up there. He's 37 next year.
Yeah.
So for us to get Malik Monk for free and then re-sign THT and then get Kendrick Nunn, that's a big addition. We needed those young, fresh legs. It's a long season. I can't depend on Melo to play. We play 30 minutes a night every night.
Pretty much all the players that went to LA pretty much went because they wanted they have opportunity to win the chip. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
So, I mean,
and they already have a good formulated team. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like they just added more weapons to it.
Yeah. So compared to this squad versus last year's squad, we obviously know what the results were from last year's squad, but on paper, right? Because there was injuries and there was trades and all this bullshit. But on paper, which squad looks better, this year's or last year's?
This year's.
I
would think so.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 2 elite players on it.
You got 3 elite players.
3 elite players.
Now.
Sorry.
There was only 2 last year.
Hold up, Dwight came back too.
Yeah, and Dwight. And he actually fits what we need. It's a rim protector. We didn't have that last year. Gasol is old. He can't move anymore, dog.
He didn't really play as much, or that's what he was going to serve as. I think so. In my opinion, I think that's an L for the Lakers.
What's the L?
And not the Lakers in general, but the Lakers defense took an L.
No, that's for sure.
So the Lakers had one of the best defense, if not number 1 rated defense per points last year, and I think that's good. I think they're going to go from top 5 defenses to I think bottom 5 defenses.
No way, bottom 5.
I think they're falling.
They got some height on them.
I think they're falling into the Brooklyn Nets syndrome in terms of the Brooklyn Nets before they they had a bunch of young players and before they went out and got KD and Kyrie and all that stuff where they had Jarrett Allen, they had a lot of good young players that they were rebuilding. I think they were top rated defenses, and then all of a sudden they just from one season to the next just plummeted down.
Yeah.
So I think not necessarily the Lakers organization, but stuff like Lakers D, Frank Vogel, their coach is, I think he's a defensive minded coach. So I think when all these moves were being made, he was like, "Oh my God, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Like, how am I supposed, how am I going to teach defense? What?"
But to counter that, the last year we had stretches where they couldn't score for shit.
Yeah.
It would be like 5-10 minute stretches where nobody was scoring outside LeBron sometimes. Yeah. And now I don't think that's a problem anymore. I think we've solved that problem this year.
And the Lakers kind of always do shitty the first half.
Absolutely.
Like, for some reason, they don't come out with the tempo, the energy, the aggressiveness. And
y'all already know me. I'm a Lakers hater, so I'm down with the small market teams. I would like the competitiveness. If you think about it though, Westbrook, LeBron, and AD, those 3 contracts are pretty much at the cap. I think they're like $7 million or something like that below the cap. So you basically have $7 million to sign. What is it? 9 more players on the roster, and that's why they're doing a bunch of minimums, obviously. But they're, the Lakers are always going to be that team. They're always going to have the superstars. They're always going to be over the cap. The owners don't mind paying the luxury tax, all that kind of stuff. They're not going to have any picks, so don't even watch draft night for the most part. But I mean, right when I saw all these trades and all these moves, and if they're able to, basically, there's a lot of factors that go into this. LeBron's going to have to play a certain way, and so is AD, so is Westbrook. Everybody's going to have to give and take some. So I think that's why I see it a little bit more as a loss because everybody's going to have to adjust.
Mm-hmm. And they got a point guard now. An actual point guard, you know what I mean? And he likes to score the ball.
Yeah.
We needed that.
And he plays hard. Like, he goes out there and he gives you 150% every single game.
Correct.
So, I mean,
that's
not hard.
night and day from watching.
I'm just excited to see that. Like, imagine just seeing Westbrook like throw that lob up to LeBron or the other way around.
I haven't even thought
to
about
AD,
that.
Like,
no, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of circus shots and
and
I mean, that's what LA is, flashy, and they're gonna be flashy.
It's showtime.
I could bet you $100 right now the main event primetime game is gonna be Brooklyn Nets versus Lakers.
Yeah.
That's a good possibility.
The Clippers are done because they lost Kawhi for a year. So
who do you go to?
Huh?
Who do you go to?
No, he had an ACL tear.
Yeah.
He's out for the whole year. He's not playing next year
unless they can get to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he got injured in the middle of the playoffs.
Pretty much playoffs.
All right. So another team that did really good, Miami Heat, got everybody. Like, you talking about the Lakers cap space? How the fuck do they have cap space? I don't get it. they got Lowry, 3 years, $90 million, right? Oladipo came back on the minimum.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker, minimum. Markieff Morris, minimum. Duncan Robinson, 5 year, $90 million.
Yes.
for that guy who looks like Jimmy Neutron, and he can shoot threes. Like,
but he can shoot them.
Yeah,
like, he's a sharpshooter.
Yeah, he can sink them.
And they re-signed Jimmy Butler for 4 more years, something like that.
But if you look at the difference between the Miami Heat and the Lakers, the Pat Riley, you got that magician looking like Dumbledore out there, man. He's gonna fucking he look like a vampire out there, bro. He never ages. He could date my grandma. I give him permission. But anyways, that dude is a magician. He makes it work. Sometimes they're over the luxury tax, but pretty much he talks and wines and dines them and figures out some way to get them paid, whether it be endorsements or whatever it is. That doesn't affect it. They still are over the cap, but doesn't get them into luxury tax problems as much as LA. But definitely that's a win. Shout out Duncan Robinson, man. He's first D3 player to be signed. I think that's the most expensive contract.
Yes, for an undrafted player, yes, that's the most ever.
And D3, like the dude played like at ACC, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Go really? Bats, ACC.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not talking down on ACC.
We believe in y'all.
Yeah. We got some hoopers here, too. There's a chance. There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's crazy, D3.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. So, I mean, the dude, you know, I guess he just worked hard. And
that's fire.
Yeah.
Real quick, I think Miami has a chance against Brooklyn.
I see that as the championship game for the East. That's my prediction.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Solid
I
prediction.
see it a close game.
Yeah.
Best out of 7. Who you got? Brooklyn or Miami?
I got Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's beating Brooklyn.
I don't think nobody's beating Brooklyn. The only way they beat Brooklyn is if, I mean, I don't know, this whole COVID bullshit thing, like it's making things real difficult. Like, and we'll get to this topic later on, but like, for example, the NFL is thinking about doing daily tests, and if people fail and they'll get fined, stuff like that. I mean, everything is changing in this world, and you know, you got people like Kyrie, who you don't know what he wakes up one morning and he's like, I'm a hoop today. The next morning he's like, I don't care. You know,
I'm gonna stay at home.
Stacked up. You know, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm taking my pay time off.
So I mean,
He's under Rock Nation. He can do whatever he wants.
hey, real talk, yeah. So I mean, I think that's gonna be a big part of it, and I think the Heat would be able, if there was anybody to rally it together, it would be the Heat. They would be the ones who have the best chemistry. They'd be like, hey, let's pull it together. Let's do this for Pat. Let's do this for ourselves, for all of us. And I think it'll go down. I think talent-wise, and as long as those guys stay healthy, Brooklyn would win it. But if there's other factors, mental factors, and all that kind of stuff, Miami would be that kind of grit and grind. I think that's pretty much the reason why they made it when they were in the bubble, was because they just never gave up. And Jimmy Buckets was hitting that shit in the fucking hotel room.
Oh, there's that rumor that Jimmy Butler was fucking Rachel Nicholas in the bubble. I don't know if you heard about that one.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that white chick that does the commentary on ESPN
with the redhead.
Yeah.
Would you hit?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, come on, man. And in the bubble.
In the bubble?
Yeah.
I know that.
You're not seeing no bitches in the bubble.
Yeah.
I got one more winner. I think Chicago did really good this offseason.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it. They signed and traded for Lonzo Ball.
Yep.
And then they added Caruso, my guy from the Lakers.
Yeah. Shout out Caruso, A&M baby.
and then they got DeRozan, 3 years, $85 million.
Yeah.
That's probably the one thing I didn't like. It was DeRozan, Chicago. I don't know how that makes sense at all.
Man, they just moving that dude.
Yeah.
It's like he's taking planes everywhere, right?
He's a good player. I don't understand.
He is a good player.
He's a good
3
player
years.
10 years ago, right?
No, absolutely not. He was a good player last year.
No, but I'm talking about like 10 years ago when the mid-range shot was the thing. Like when you needed a shot, that's who you went for. Yeah. And now it's like people want people like Curry, you know.
He was going crazy in Toronto too though.
Yes.
Like all step back twos.
Yeah. Like I feel like that's when he hit like the did he become an All-Star when he was in Toronto?
He
did, yeah.
Multiple time All-Star.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Him and Lowry were
going ham.
Yeah.
But LeBron would always shut that shit down every year.
Yeah, correct.
They just could never get past the LeBron train.
Yeah.
and then they shipped him to San Antonio for Kawhi, and we all know how that ended. Kawhi got a ring.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks. It's like, you know, and DeRozan was really, really loved in Toronto, the fans, his teammates, and for him to basically be traded and not get a ring.
He was hanging out at Drake's house every night, right?
Yeah.
When you go to San Antonio, what's the equivalent of that?
Fuck Drake.
Who do you hang out with in San Antonio that's close to Drake at all?
I don't even know.
I know, it's gotta be like, I don't know.
He went from
Bobby Pulido or something like that, some Tejano singer.
Probably Chingo Bling or something.
I mean, I never thought about it that way, but it's a pretty big downgrade. Like, I don't nothing against San Antonio. I love San Antonio.
Yeah.
Toronto.
We love San Antonio.
You know, I'm gonna think about that all podcast, and I'm gonna see if I can come up with an answer.
Give me an answer later in the podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
We have any more winners? Anybody won?
I would say winner, like individual. CP3 won.
No, yeah, he got a big contract.
He got a big old contract. The dude's 36 years old.
What was it?
I think it's like 4 years.
Yeah,
120 million.
120 million re-signed in Phoenix. He's not going anywhere. Him and D-Book for the next 4 years at least.
So it's, you know, if you think about it, his contract's gonna be over when he's 40.
He's 40.
So who wants CP3 when he's 39? He'll
pay
probably be
him
on the trade block.
40 million when he's 40.
He's gonna be riding that bench.
Yeah, or
My
or
shoulder
trading.
hurts.
yeah, the shoulder,
That's funny.
I mean,
That's a good one.
and then I would say ultimate winners. Like I was saying, big markets.
Big markets.
Big markets, the ultimate winner. And I think they're going to be the ultimate winner until something's changed. I'm personally a Spurs fan, so I'm not a big promoter of big markets winning. I like when the little guy wins. But I mean, it is what it is right now.
Yeah.
How do you change that? How do you change it?
I think that's more LeBron being in LA than it is anything else. Because New York Knicks didn't get nobody. Unless you count fucking Kemba Walker, if somebody. He's nice, but he ain't nice like that.
He ain't what he used to be.
He can't get nice.
Yeah,
he can.
He
be
just
nice.
got to get pissed off.
yeah.
At the end of the day, he just got to get pissed off.
It's
The
funny.
dude-
You gotta get pissed off to be nice.
I think the dude dropped. I think the dude dropped had like a 50 or almost 60-point game last year or last season. I think so.
So
I like a
yeah,
50.
And it was probably when he got.
I like a 50-something.
Yeah, it's probably one of those days when he was all pissed off.
So some players play better in the Garden. But I do want to talk about that more with the losers of free agency. And my first loser was the New York Knicks, right? Because they overpaid everybody. They overpaid Noel, which that guy's like a minimum player to me, right? They gave him a 3-year, $32 million. They added Fournier for 4 years, $78 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And then
That's
Derrick
right.
Rose. We all love Derrick Rose here, right? But he's not what he used to be, and they paid him 3-year, $40 million.
He did really good. I mean, Derrick Rose did a really good job in the plaffs. So
Yeah.
I think the Knicks are hoping to make the playoffs, which I think
That was
they
a
will.
decent contract for him.
Yeah,
3 years, $43 million
That was decent.
for Derrick Rose.
I don't even know what he's averaging. Like, what, 22?
yeah. I think he's averaging a little bit less than 20 points, which is still really good. And
He's averaging less than 20 points?
Yeah, but like
Yes.
it's literally 20 though. Like it's 19
Yeah.
point something probably. I bet.
The thing is, he can't play more than 30 minutes a game.
But he can be that bench player.
Yeah, he can.
And that's what we want. That's what you want. As a Knicks fan, that's what you want because you probably have your starting five, and then for somebody to like D Rose to come out the bench and get you 20 a night, that is a bet. Not even 20. Like 15 is good enough. Like we just need 15 from D Rose and get you Mills.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
I also have Portland as a big loser in all this. I don't know if you know, but Damian Lillard wants out of Portland, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or he's been talking about it. He said the team that we had last year just was not good enough. We need to add to that and make it better. And what did they do? They added nobody that was good.
Yeah.
Nobody. They added Cody Zeller, Ben McLemore, and Tony Snell.
Yeah,
and that was it. If you haven't heard those names at home, it's just because they suck. They're not very good.
I haven't heard those names.
yeah, no, they needed another. They needed another big star,
Yeah.
like another.
A hooper,
Yeah.
a mean hooper, not a softie.
Yeah, I mean,
they need a a black mamba type of blood in there. You know,
I mean, even if it was somebody like, and obviously this doesn't work, but even if somebody was like, was it John Collins, the dude from the Hawks?
Yeah,
like somebody with that caliber, not necessarily John Collins, but somebody in that level that could help Damian Lillard. And now it looks like Portland's gonna be like a 9-10 seed.
Shit.
Maybe playing in the play-ins.
I agree with Jay. I think they're too soft. They need somebody who
Yeah.
brings intensity every single night.
Bro,
Like, that just lifts that energy. You know what I mean? Like,
they need somebody who would come in there and like punch somebody in the nose and like, what's up?
I would
some Ron
have
Artest.
caught up.
yeah.
I would have caught up Bobby Portis. I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Come by real quick. 2 years, $10 million. That should have got the job done, Bobby Portis.
Yeah, but apparently he was too stuck up on Milwaukee.
But good for Milwaukee.
He likes
He's
chugging
a good
beers.
signing
shout
for
out
them.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Real quick, Dennis Schroeder, big loser.
Huge L.
Point
Him-
guard for the
him-
Lakers last year.
And Drummond.
And Drummond, too. Schroeder at least got offered 4 years, $84 million last year. And he said, no, I want $100 million.
Yeah,
5
I
years.
saw that source.
Yeah. And then now he's looking at $5 million a year, tops, like maybe. Nobody else has money to pay him anymore. All the money's gone.
Get your bag while you can, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lesson to all you kids out there. Get your bag while you can.
Like, I get it. He bet on himself. But
Yeah.
the thing is, when you bet on yourself, you could also lose the bet. And
Yeah.
he lost the bet pretty fucking big.
No.
And then Drummer went to
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And he's like on a 1 year.
With his big homie?
Yeah.
The-
Bro,
his
it's
start-
funny.
Yeah,
That's
go ahead,
funny.
It's funny because they were like going at it and he was like, you know what I'm
They've
talking about.
been going at it for like
Yeah.
years,
Years.
for seasons.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Joel Embiid been talking down on him for years, and now it's
so
like
fucking hilarious.
now he's got to play little brother to him.
Yeah,
Right.
he has that tweet. He's like, I own real estate in Andre Drummond's head.
Yeah.
And I'm on my way to go build more. #bum. And now they're teammates, and Andre Drummond is back up.
You
Like,
think he's gonna delete that tweet?
Probably not.
no,
I wouldn't.
You think they're gonna trade his ass?
I said what I said. You bum.
Nah, I don't think so.
You never know.
It's gonna. We'll just see. It's too big, man.
Yeah.
And the last loser I had was what you were saying earlier: small market teams.
Yeah.
When you're the San Antonio Spurs, you know LeBron's not coming. You know Westbrook's not coming. AD's not coming. Nobody is coming to San Antonio. That's just the way it is. It's sunnier in LA. The Instagram hoes in LA.
Hey,
And
San Antonio got some bad bitches at Ojos Locos. NBA, Ojos Locos in San Antonio. That's some bad bitches.
I don't think they know
Pull
that.
up.
They never come to San Antonio. Why is that?
We need some better bitches and some more Ojos Locos in San Antonio.
Like Charles Barkley would say, the big old women in San Antonio.
That's fucked up.
And that's
Bunch of toxicas.
We love women of all shapes and sizes.
Yes, we love them all.
it's not just San Antonio though. It's Memphis. It's Indiana.
I mean, another loser you could argue
Orlando.
is New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans lost big time. Everybody
Big time.
loves New Orleans. I love New
Yeah.
Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's been
I love New Orleans.
Bourbon Street.
Yes, sir. And they lost big time. What did they do?
They pretty much lost the chemistry that they had going between Zion,
In Lonzo.
Lonzo, and Ingram. You know, those three was it was a pretty good
Was
core.
good weapons, yeah.
Yeah, and Zion is their big star, right? He's supposed to be like the next LeBron or the bigger LeBron. And he was like, before the season ended, he was like, I wish the dude comes back. I love the dude. And then what do? They don't even offer him any money.
Yeah.
They pretty much let him walk.
They traded him for nothing, really.
Yeah.
Which is a damn shame, New Orleans.
Mm.
Zion's going to walk soon.
Yeah.
This is going to be the reason why.
He's going to New York.
Yeah, I think he wants to play New York.
That'd be badass.
That'd be
Fucking
badass, yeah.
sick.
Finally have a good presence. You have like a Patrick Ewing back in there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Any
That's
other
gonna be good.
losers real quick before we move on to the biggest losers?
That's all I had is for losers. I mean, obviously I already told my loser was I thought there was some moves that LA made, but
You're wrong. You're wrong
Yeah.
about that. And me and Jay will let you know.
we'll find out. I mean,
We'll let you know when
the dudes are old. The dudes are old. I'm just saying. I think they're in the history of the NBA, they're the oldest average team in the NBA. So there's never been an older squad, and I'm talking about the years when San Antonio had Duncan, Ginobili, Parker on contracts, and they were like running on fumes. Not even that squad was
They
older.
wasn't running on fumes.
Not
so
even that squad was older than the Lakers squad. So there's a lot of people talking about they got a lot of old players. Just think about it. In the history of the NBA, there's never been a roster that has had the average age of, I think it was like 32 or 33 years old. That's a pretty old squad. So
We'll see what's up.
if they can win it, props to the LA Lakers. I'll maybe wear a Lakers jersey. Maybe.
Real quick, Jay. You think LA is going to win it all or no?
Of course, bro.
So who do you see? Who do you see? Sorry to interrupt, but who do you
No.
see as the finals? And then give us your winner.
Shit. I'll go with the Lakers, and we can't. Is Curry back next year?
And the Curry is back next year.
I mean,
Thompson is back next year
Brooks-
too.
Oh, Thompson,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't forget about those guys.
I don't think Thompson's coming back the same, to be completely honest.
we're gonna find out, but I don't think
We're
he's
gonna
in.
find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but I mean, Brooklyn's out
Brooklyn
there.
is
Yeah.
there.
Miami.
The Heat, Miami is there.
That's the finals that everybody wants to see, though. That's the finals that the media wants to see. They want to see LeBron and KD go at it. That's pretty much what they want to
And
see.
LeBron will come on top.
Yes.
And
LeBron's the top.
that's cool. I think KD a bitch, so it's all good. I'll be rooting for LeBron.
He has a fake account.
Yeah, fucking fake ass Twitter accounts.
If
I
you
follow them all.
Prodigy account.
You talk shit about Kevin Durant on Twitter, he will look at it. He will see it.
I'm
Every
gonna
time.
start atting him and then be like, at all your burner accounts, mofo. But not right now. I want him to focus on the Olympics.
I want to get into some local news real quick. So if in case you've been under a rock, UT and Oklahoma University have moved athletics programs from the Big 12 to the SEC, the best program in
Garbage.
football in football.
Garbage.
And you would know that because your
Garbage.
A&M Aggies play in SEC.
Garbage.
All right, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first. Since you want to say garbage over and over again.
All right. My mama always told me never bring trash home.
Okay.
All right. And that's exactly what the SEC is bringing. Trash home, bro. We don't need that. We don't need that. But we'll take it because they both got good fan bases, and we'll just take their dollars. Sweep from under them.
Straight Dallas.
Yeah.
See, the thing was, A&M ran away
Yes.
from Big Bro. They ran away
No,
from
they
Big
just
Bro.
they ran away
And
from
Big Bro was always winning and picking on them.
They ran away from that toxic relationship. That bitch who was
Bro, what
who
are you
always
talking about?
have you ever been in a relationship where you're with a girl and she always be hitting you?
No.
Okay. All right. Scratch that out, please. Scratch that out. But that's how it was.
Yeah, hit me.
How can a university have a toxic relationship with another university? Bro, that don't make no sense.
Yeah, I mean it was the rivalry. The rivalry.
Yeah, and y'all were losing, so it wasn't a rivalry. And then you left. You skipped out of town.
Well, because the money. We needed more money. We wanted more money.
And now Big Bro was like, hey, man, where'd you go again?
When we left, we were like, we were leaving to make more money to be that school in Texas. And it was a great move because after so many years after the move, the school has gone up not just in sports, but in education, in research, in money, in expansion. Bitch, I'm like,
Wait, the NCAA players getting paper too, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
that's
first.
yeah.
Well, they signed it a couple months ago. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
Yeah, it was about 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
So those UT players and SEC are going to be making a lot of money.
Yeah. So I think the
Endorsements too, right?
Yeah.
All that.
And there's a lot of drama going around it and everything like that. But if you think about it, they are in the Big 12, right? This move ain't official till 2025. But the Big 12 pretty much is sponsored by or the big person that pretty much the sponsor, right? They are mainly it's Fox Sports, right? And the SEC has always been sponsored pretty much by ESPN. And that's pretty much what happened was ESPN got, they flexed and they're like, we want these schools. We gonna bring you in, get more of that money.
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen. So, obviously, I think once they come into the SEC, rest in peace, Longhorn Network, for all you dummies that be paying extra money on cable for that bullshit. You should be donating to the pod and not to some bullshit-ass cable channel. I just get fired up because, obviously, I'm an Aggie.
He's the biggest Aggie fan. He went to A&M.
So, that's cool. We want the smoke. Bring it on. 2025,
The smoke.
2026. 2027, 2028, keep counting them numbers, bro. We going to tap that ass. We're going to whoop it.
Are you excited, Jay, or are you not a big UT fan?
I am, bro, but you don't know with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the way they build a team, and then there's a close game, and we lose in the fourth quarter, or there's a fumble, there's an interception, and everybody's all bummed out. But
next time you go to a UT game this season, make sure there's a lot of UT fans there. 50% of them are going to have a fucking... Have you ever had a shirt that you love and you'll never let go, but because it fits you right, you're comfortable, and it's like it had a logo on it, but it's like half faded, and you can only see half of it, and that shit's already peeling off.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, God damn, I can't wash this shirt as much as I can, because it's going to keep... Go to a UT party and go and look. 50% of them are gonna have that old ass Rose Bowl winning shirt.
Everybody has.
Everybody gonna have that shirt, and it's gonna be like half faded. You're only gonna be able to see like one or two numbers, and they'll be like, "Yeah, Vince Young, yeah, that bullshit,"
That's funny.
And just watch, and you're gonna think about me. You're gonna think about me and be like, "Damn, that dude was right. That dude was so right."
What's the A&M equivalent to that though? Oh, right, you don't have one. I ain't never won shit.
we did win a championship.
Yeah, I ain't never had shit.
We did win a championship.
In like 1954.
1939 to be exact.
Oh, bro, slavery was still happening. You celebrating that championship?
Shit, God was still alive back then.
Jesus
sorry.
walked.
Oh, dusty ass championship.
Well, he's the one who was on the squad, so Jesus was on the squad when we won it. So that's pretty. That trumps everything else, right?
That's funny as fuck.
But nah, I would say our biggest moment was probably the when the Aggies pulled up to Tuscaloosa and we beat A&M first year with Johnny Manziel.
Oh, you beat
Oh, that was a
Alabama.
good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a good
No,
one.
Johnny Football was some shit.
Johnny Football. We had our
Johnny
Heisman.
Football.
We had our Heisman winner.
Yeah.
So that would probably be the equivalent for I would say most exposure or best moment in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't even remember when they won the Rose Bowl. It was like 2000 what?
5, 6.
Does that dude even play football anymore?
Nah.
He was in and out the Arena Football League.
Yeah.
What y'all do to him?
What did he do to himself? Nah, the dude the dude was partying.
I was about to say that.
And
yeah.
he was you'd pull up to so here it's Dirty Six or I guess Rainy Street or whatever it is. Over there it's called Northgate. Northgate is pretty much it's Northgate District, which is kind of like literally across the street from the university. And there's like a lot of smaller bars is what it is. It kind of looks like a Rainy Street, right? And it has like a Rainy Street vibes. And that dude would be like there all the time.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it was Halloween. He'd be there.
That's crazy.
There's like pictures of him in the Scooby-Doo costume or whatever it was. It just, that's it's just funny.
I seen him in the drag too. Like he loves Austin. Too.
Oh yeah. He loves Austin. He was pretty much gonna go to UT, but
They wanted him to play safety. Can you imagine that? Johnny Football playing safety.
Too small.
too small.
I don't know.
Maybe some speed, but
Speed, yeah, but too small, not as strong.
Yeah.
He'd have to put a lot of work in.
Mac
does
Brown
he
was,
even know how to tackle correctly?
Yeah.
Especially like on the run. Like
that was Mac
yeah.
Brown. Mac Brown was getting older. He was losing his mind a little bit.
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
know what the hell he was looking.
Hey,
at.
we love you, Mac.
Hey, Mac Brown's fucking. I guess you motherfuckers made him lose his mind because that dude is balling in North Carolina right now.
Shout out to Mac Brown.
Shout out Mac Brown.
And we
Yeah.
do got more shout outs in here in a minute. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more under 500.
Yes, gig him.
Hello, and welcome back to Under 500, my favorite part of the podcast.
Yes.
But real quick, we do have to shout out our sponsors, as
Yes,
always.
Number one.
Shout out I Don't Know Network, the network that brings you 2-hour lunch break. I don't know, that's perfect. And, of course, you're truly on Over 500.
Almost forgot the name.
And also, I want to say, fuck you, Treaty Oaks, for not renewing the sponsorship. That shit really hurt. I lied every time I say that shit was good.
Holy shit.
I'm really hurt. Fuck Treaty Oaks. That's all I have to say.
Damn, I lied every time. Beep, beep, beep.
Also, shout out. You get the next shout out.
Yeah, I get the next shout out. All right, shout out Flipside Bar. Was it? Shout out our homie Trevor. Shout out Flip. Pretty much for hanging in there with us. We always be there after on Wednesdays. They always keep a couple drinks for us on the side, and they always keep the kitchen open a little later for us because we always get done after work. We go there. We always be there, so we'll see you there tonight. But for any of y'all looking for a good weekend spot, they're going to be there. They got a couple events coming up for crawfish boils whenever the NFL preseason games start up. They got pretty much this golf, this like real
Simulator,
life golfing.
Like real life.
Like
golf
it's pretty badass. I golf in real life, not virtually. But the virtual version is actually pretty good. So I'm lame. I golf. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout
Flipside.
out.
Yeah. And never let Mark on the jukebox because all he does is play Drake. So we need to talk about that, Trevor.
I've been adding Bad Bunny to the rotation. But Jay, you got the floor.
Yeah.
Give us some shout outs.
Shout out to God. You know what I'm saying?
Number one.
Shout out to the I Don't Know Network, you know what I mean? For giving us this the great hospitality.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Shout out to my mom for keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? What else? Shout out to Northside, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out ATX.
Hell yeah.
Shout out ATX.
I was waiting for the North Side one.
Gotta rep it.
Rundberg.
Know what I'm
Rundberg very
saying?
young.
Yeah. I've been some of those areas, man. It's a little tough, but there's some good people down there if you really get to know the good people that are there. So Northside, I mean, you know, we're from the South Side, but we still love y'all.
We love y'all too, man.
as long as you're from Austin, it's all good.
Yeah, as long as you're from Austin.
As long as you're from.
If you're from Round Rock, don't tell me that shit.
Let's take a shot.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Take a shot for the Northside and Rundberg and
saying?
Vintage J.
If you from Pflugerville, keep that shit to yourself.
Hey, I don't know. The other day I went to the Bombshells there, and it was kind of weak, bro. I don't know.
We don't fuck with Pflugerville.
You know what kind of hit me wrong too is I don't know if you saw the Buffalo Bills thinking about coming to Austin, right? And they did an overview of the Texas, right? And Austin was the capital, right? Had a star, and then there was a circle above Austin that only said Round Rock, and I'm like, yo, I don't know how I feel about that. Round Rock is the most relevant city outside of Austin.
I'm surprised they didn't say Gerald. That's like another little town above.
Like,
Round
Santa
Rock.
Marcus is better than Round Rock.
Yeah, they actually got a university. Well, Round Rock got a university too. One more? Y'all trying to do?
Round Rock has a university.
You want one?
One for Shaq. Yeah, if y'all didn't know
all that
this,
scraping that you hearing is us pouring shots.
That's the baby one. This is the good one.
That's the baby one.
No, that's the good one. This is the baby one right here. We don't want him to get too crazy.
Oh, he's gonna get crazy.
Regardless. All right.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Austin Bills.
Shout
out Rundberg.
Austin Bills.
Del Valley.
Shout out ATX. From
Get
the
it.
south to the north.
Yes, sir.
Cheers, my brothers.
Yes, cheers. Thank you for being on the show, Jay.
And without further ado, I do want to get back into the podcast. We have a lot to talk about.
Woo.
That was
Under
spicy.
500. First off, Team USA and the Olympics. All right. So, Jay, have you been keeping up at all with the Olympics?
Some. They're kind of hard to catch sometimes.
Yeah,
are.
no, absolutely.
Especially right now in Tokyo. So
I like, damn, do I gotta watch a fucking game at 3 a.m., 2
Yeah.
a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching the Mexico game like at 1:30 a.m. Like, bro, I'm ready to go to sleep.
yeah, it kind of sucks. I caught the second half in the end of the game that was 2 days ago, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they kind of lost a little bit bad at the end, but
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good. They still got a chance to get a medal. So I'll play for a medal, I think.
What
tomorrow.
about Team USA basketball? Been keeping up that at all?
I think I've only catched that the second one that they lost.
Oh, you talking about when they played Argentina? No, it was
Australia.
Australia.
They lost, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the one that I caught.
So and they actually lost the first Olympic game. Like it was
Ever,
kinda,
right?
It was kind of like in group stage. Yeah, it was the first official Olympic game since they lost to Argentina in 2004.
Shit.
To France.
That do say hidden. Huh?
Yeah, they just ooh, man, I'm ready to spit some fire. No? But
no.
I don't know if you know about this, but me and Mark got a little wager, got a little bet going on, and basically Mark was saying that bronze, they're gonna win bronze or less.
Team USA, yes.
Team USA. So if you didn't know, Team USA plays tonight at 11 p.m. USA time, USA Central time, against Australia. So
Rematch time.
if they lose, I lose the bet. If they win,
What's the bet?
I win the bet. Losers got to wear a jersey handpicked from me or him.
To
I'm not feeling too good now.
Yeah, I think we got to take like a couple shots and drink a beer or something
On the
like that.
podcast.
On the pod. And
Make them hit a dab and then take a shot. And
yeah,
then drink a beer.
yeah. We're going to add that to
And you
the
can't breathe,
bet.
though. You can't breathe. You got to hold it.
He's like, oh, damn.
Shit.
You trying to kill
Oh,
us?
you got to drink a Four Loko on the podcast. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, 4 Loco.
Or a 4 ounce, just some straight malt liquor.
That'll, I
Yeah,
don't know.
nah,
Malt
fuck
liquor,
that.
malt liquor gives me the shit, so I don't want to do that.
You going to be a man today.
I'm gonna be getting up every like 15 minutes. I'm gonna be like, or just shit my pants. Fuck it. But I mean, dude, they should win, right? They are.
They should win.
They
Yeah.
should win.
In Vegas. They are a minus 1,600 to win the game. So
Wow.
if basically in order to win $100, you got to bet $1,600. So
sheesh. I didn't know I was
They are.
I didn't know I was that big of an
I mean,
underdog right now.
they're the super heavy favorites, but anything can happen. The Australian squad is playing like lights out. They got Patty Mills, they got Joe Ingles.
Oh shit, they got Patty Mills. Right?
Yeah, Aaron Baines, who actually played with Toronto.
Yeah.
Apparently okay, so get this. Apparently Aaron Baines last game, the game they just played, can't remember who it was. There was like 6 minutes left in the quarter or something like that, fourth quarter. So into the game, they were up, but he was in the game. Apparently the dude had to take a piss. And the dude was like, coach, take me, I gotta go take a piss. The dude ran to the restroom, slipped and fucking fell in the restroom, and now the dude's wearing a neck brace.
No way.
Out.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Somebody peed on the floor.
I have a feeling I have a feeling he didn't just had to take a piss. He probably had to take a shit and, something else. I don't know.
That's a bad time to take a piss.
Yeah. And that's kind of like
Some like Mike shit.
It's embarrassing too, bro. Like you're an Olympic player on a badass squad and you got to go you go to the restroom.
He was slipping on semen. there was piss and other shit in the floor.
Somebody was fucking in the restroom.
ASAP.
I'm glad somebody understood that reference.
I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know
He went along with it. He was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I'll nod to it.
Anything else Olympic related before we change topics?
I mean, I just want to talk about like, man, Olympics. It happens every 4 years, right? So it's pretty cool. Like if you think about it, we had our first black female gold medalist win in wrestling that just happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So currently, right now, the USA is in the lead with medals, but China is in the lead with gold medals. So it's a race. It's an arms race between us and China. Fuck them.
But they have like fucking a billion more people than we do.
They gave us COVID, bro. Fuck them.
You sound too Trumpish right now. Did you get out of that Trump bag?
Wasn't it supposedly made in a lab in China? I'm just
we
saying.
love all Chinese and Asian people.
Except this guy.
No, I don't hate Asians.
Right,
Stop Asian hate. Stop. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to move on to our next topic, rapid fire, which is just me and Ernesto. We go back and forth real quick on a bunch of the smaller shit happening in the world. Just small, mindless shit that we can talk about for like 1 minute, 2 minutes a piece. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go first. That's
I
fine.
bet. So football is almost back, right? But my guys in New York are fighting it out.
Yeah.
The New York Giants had a brawl at practice, which like the whole offense was fighting and shit. And apparently, their franchise quarterback, what's his name again?
I don't know, tall white dude.
Yeah, he was at the bottom of the pile, which is kind of like a big no-no. You should never have your franchise quarterback in a fight. And the coach, Joe Judge, made everybody run suicides. And apparently that's a big deal because grown men don't run suicides.
Yeah, grown men don't run suicides.
I don't know if you ever ran a suicide before, but it's
I've done plenty of those in my life.
So it's kind of like a big deal. And apparently one veteran retired after all this. Joe Looney said, "You know what? I'm out. I'm not doing this shit. I don't do this kid shit." He retired. Like he's done.
He probably got punched.
Yeah, he was maybe in that pile. Probably
that's
nut
wild.
check or something. Yeah.
Honestly, if I was in the pile, I would be punching everybody down there. I would be the dirtiest motherfucker in the pile, though.
I'm pulling helmets and I'm poking eyes.
I feel like this dude he won't be punching. He'll be grabbing nut sacks. Like,
hey, bro, chill.
I mean, anything to survive, right? I guess.
Yeah. So New York, please get it together. I need y'all to beat Dallas 2 times this year. Fuck Dallas.
Oh, you Dallas fans.
Fuck Dallas. Please get it together. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. I mean, just damn. Okay. I guess. Are you a Cowboys fan? Okay. So we're okay then. Nobody here's a Cowboys fan.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah. Maybe some of our viewers are, but you can take that up with Mark and Jay, not me. No. My other rapid fire was also football related. Panthers squad had a pretty much a like a A and B like a practice, and the coach Matt Rule basically cut one of his defensive players because he sent a receiver on a play to the hospital. He basically like head-on collision targeting pretty much in practice.
He probably threw the ball where he knew he was supposed to.
Yeah, it was like the quarterback. I think the pass was right in the middle of the field. The receiver went to go catch it, and the corner, the safety. I mean, he's a cornerback. Went up there and just fucking head-on collision. The dude fell back, probably had a concussion. Went straight to the hospital, and the coach is like, you know what? We don't accept knocking people's brains out. You're fired. You're cut.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so he got cut.
They cut his ass.
They cut his ass. So what do you think? Like, if you're a coach, think about it. If you're a coach in a football team.
It must have been like something like super intentional, no?
It must have been.
It must have been because
I don't know.
We've seen those plays before
Yeah.
in actual games.
Yeah.
But damn,
Unless you're playing favorites, unless your star or receiver got hit, and this fourth-string cornerback hit him in the head like that, then maybe I could see it. You're playing favorites.
Unless he ran a route, unless
Yeah.
the QB told him run a route that wasn't on the book or it wasn't the play that
Do
they're
the hospital
practicing.
pass.
I mean, apparently, like, the route was ran the right way. The receiver, he's like fourth on the depth chart, so he's not your star and he's not your second star, but he's gonna be your fourth, and you can kind of fight for that third spot. You're still gonna get a couple games in, a couple snaps in. Apparently, the safety as well on the defensive side he was the second on the depth chart, so he was a little bit more advanced,
okay.
and he got cut. So the more advanced guy got cut in terms of depth charts.
Then it must have been nasty.
If you look at the video, there's a video out there. You can check it out. It's on. I saw it on Twitter. The play, like they got the jams rolling in the back. You're like, damn, it's kind of cool. And then boom, you're just like, God damn, dude. Like, I don't know.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, if you watch it, you'd be like, it looks like a legit, looks like Cowboys Giants.
I'm kind of glad though, because CTE is a very serious problem in the NFL, and I don't want our guys to have CTE anymore. I don't want to hear about Chris Benoit doing that kind of shit anymore.
But the dude said he was sorry. Like I think that local news reporter interviewed him like after he got cut, I guess, and he was like, oh, "I'm so sorry, man. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it, and I hope he's good and all this." So I mean, I don't know. Maybe
That's
he's
fucking.
If he's good, the Cowboys will give him another chance. The Cowboys will call him tomorrow. He'll have another chance.
Are you saying they need some defensive help or what?
All the time, every year.
Damn.
All right, next rapid fire. Kyrie is about to debut the Nike Kyrie 8. But before all that happens, the prototype leaked onto the internet, right? And Kyrie says, "Yo, this shit is trash. I had no say in the design whatsoever. What y'all see right here, I had nothing to do with."
What I'm telling you, bro, Kyrie, like if it would have just came out or leaked the next morning, he would have been okay with it.
Yeah.
The dude's got mood swings. Real talk.
He's a little girl.
I don't know.
Yes.
What did it? Was the shoe good or?
No, the shoe was trash. But
The shoe was trash.
all his shoes are trash, in my opinion.
Some of them.
Name one Kyrie that's good.
So
Shit, I don't know. I don't even know his shoes like that.
Exactly, that's the point. They're all trash.
So was this like the first one that he didn't have input in it, and maybe it's the best of the trash? I mean,
I don't even know what it looked like.
They're trash. I wish I could show you a picture. They're not very good, but they're not that far off from the rest of them. Honestly, if you're asking me, they're all trash.
So
But
maybe
I don't know.
Step your game up, Kyrie.
Yeah, come on, Kyrie.
Kyrie would never be LeBron or Kobe.
Nah, no.
Kobe's shoes is untouchable.
Penny Hardaway's shoes. Yeah, they're the classics.
Those are some pretty good classics. What about them Shaqs?
Them Shaq attacks.
I feel you. I like.
Hey,
I like the price.
yeah. I mean, that's
Everything
what it
else.
was. Affordable, dog. Affordable from the hood.
Touch a little Shaq head. Oh shit.
Oh,
I'm not
shit.
Shaq'd over.
He's like, Shaq, you like them shoes? Yeah.
Shaq, man, for real.
What do you got on?
That's the new addition.
That nigga Shaq got Tim's on.
Goddamn, Shaq. Who put the Timbs?
Who put the Tim's?
Hit me with your next rapid fire.
Okay, next one. Top high school recruit Quinn Ewers skipping senior season to enroll in Ohio State. Y'all hear about that? So we were talking earlier about players pay to play, right? Now they can make their pretty much money off of endorsements and all that kind of stuff. The dude just said, I'm enrolling early in college. Fuck my senior year. I'm gonna go play football, and I would assume he's got some sort of contract or something with some sort of company.
Shit.
I mean, the dude he's from a he's from a school in the Dallas area, and in Texas, while you're enrolled in high school, you cannot make money off your image, right? When you're in high school.
You're in high school.
When you're in high school, once you're in college, right? It's a federal law that was passed by the Supreme Court. So once you're in college, it's fair game no matter where you are, as long as you're in the U.S., obviously. So he was like, deuces, Texas, I'm out of here, and I'm going to Ohio.
That's kind of crazy. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
But I guess the rules changed recently in 2 months.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
fuck my senior year. I'm finna go.
I mean, you better hope you make it in the league.
So you better hope you make it, not just to the league or in the college league, but if you think about it, Ohio State, that's not the only quarterback they got. And, I mean, this dude was slated to start next year. Not this coming year, but the next year.
So he must be a big deal.
So he's either that good that he's going to beat out, like, another 4 dudes, right? Because I'm pretty sure Ohio State got 3 or 4 dudes.
They keep 3 on deck. Yeah,
so he's the 4th dude. So I'm pretty sure he's got to beat out 3 dudes or at least get to the second position, right? The number 2 on the depth chart. Mm-hmm. Because he going to be, sit with the clipboard.
I think it's pretty realistic that he redshirts and that he's getting paid endorsement money.
Yeah. I mean, that also works, too.
He's going in red shirt?
I think so. I mean,
if he redshirts,
realistic that he's going to do that.
But if you think about it, I mean, what is real money or what is good money?
I mean, anything that feeds your family that you haven't seen before. So, say this guy maybe he doesn't come from money, maybe, right? If you get offered $1.5 million to skip your senior year, I would think about it. I think everybody would think about it.
Well, I think this dude came from money, though. I think the school that he went to is a private school.
Okay.
So the dude come from.
I don't know
the dude.
We need to know more about the dude before we can pass judgment.
That's pretty dope, though. Too.
Yeah.
Say fuck senior year and let me go.
Would you move out of Texas if Ohio or like fucking Idaho?
If I had the opportunity, yeah.
Or Wyoming was like.
If I had the opportunity, hell yeah.
If you're a 17-year-old and like you want to fuck college hoes today, like,
yeah, bro,
absolutely, let's go.
Well, I'm sure he's not. I'm pretty sure he don't want
to be DaBaby. I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
Not so special shout out to DaBaby. You going through a lot of shit right now.
Oh yeah, I just want to let y'all know that DaBaby will not be coming next week to the podcast.
Will not be performing.
It will not be performing. Tickets will not be refunded. I'm sorry, but oh well.
You guys are screwed.
All right,
we'll give out stickers and lighters.
Yeah, shirts with this like face scratched out.
I got one more rapid fire. So some Japanese fans were mad about the Olympics being hosted in Tokyo. Because with COVID and everything, it's a big controversy with all that shit. So some of them are like, well, okay, you owe us a favor. How about this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Should be an Olympic sport. The card game, Yu-Gi-Oh!
No fucking way.
Yeah.
And there's a petition on change.com that has 90,000 signatures and counting. I was looking at it this morning and it was going up and up and up.
You watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I used to collect the cards when I was a kid.
Yeah, when you were a kid. Yeah, I don't watch that shit. I mean, I have it on my Netflix and I still watch it. But I don't watch it. I don't fuck with that no way.
Bro, I thought you had a Yu-Gi-Oh sticker in your car.
Oh shit. That ain't my car, bro. That's not my car.
But to be honest, that sounds kind of dope.
You think so?
For Yu-Gi-Oh to be an Olympic sport.
How long will the matches be, bro?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Who's the referee?
Thinking of athletes. Yeah. Thinking of athletes, like just big old musty white boys. Just like, I'm here for the Yu-Gi-Oh Olympic sport.
Yeah, fucking smell like corn chips and shit. I don't know.
And like leftover pizza.
Hell yeah, bro. They're gonna like they'll fucking pop up. Pizza
you know what's
shops
funny?
All over.
That's a very valid competitive strategy in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's to smell like shit. Just throw your opponent off. Like, because you sit in so close to proximity with your opponent, that you smell like shit, your opponent would be like, damn, I can't focus. It's a real life strategy. That shit really happens.
That'd be interesting to watch, though. Like,
yeah,
I probably won't sit there and watch the whole thing, but.
So what about gas? Like, what if you rip one when you're, like, fucking dueling, I guess? Like, is that part of the stench?
And, like, what if you have, like, fake cards and shit? Like,
that would be interesting.
Yeah. Fucking some holographics.
Would you have to take a drug test?
Yeah.
For all this?
I would just to.
They got one on PhDs. He's that Adderall.
A hair one, not even a piss
damn.
test, a hair one.
Damn.
God.
Well, it's funny you bring that up just because I remember when before the Olympics started, they were talking about in the next like 8 years, they're talking about bringing e-gaming, right? So like online gaming as an Olympic sport. Like it's a real conversation. Yeah. So it kind of goes hand in hand with card,
happening.
Yeah, with card playing, a card game, and
it's all the same thing to me.
There's too much money in that for them to not excel it to a national, international, level.
I remember one time we were on West 6th Street, and this dude hit me up. He was like, "Hey, come through, come drink." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Let's go West 6th Street." Like, this dude was at an e-gaming bar.
I was.
Nice.
And I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like.
He's
bunch of
an
nerds.
old head. You're an old head. You don't understand the new wave.
But we sat at the bar and like it was kind of cool.
It was packed out.
Yeah, it was packed.
That's dope.
Yeah, you'd go to the bars next door and they were kind of like, and that one was like pretty lit. Like I guess they just woke up from gaming all night and they're like, let's go back to the bar. And
I think the Olympics should advance with times, and I think Yu-Gi-Oh, probably not Yu-Gi-Oh, but electronic gaming, I think it has a future in the Olympics for sure. League of Legends, you probably heard of that shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That shit is very, very popular, and I can see it being a sport in like 10, 20 years.
I mean, shit, you just start thinking about future shit. Like, what about make, was it sex doll fucking Olympic sport too, man?
Nah, man, get out of here.
I mean, get with the times, bro.
This is a family-friendly event. Please, give me your next rapid fire.
That is true.
Give me your next rapid fire.
All right, last rapid fire, the last one for me. Have you guys heard of the name Evander Kane?
I have never heard of this dude.
All right, so this dude plays in the NHL, which is the National Hockey League, for the San Jose Sharks, right? And apparently this dude was losing games on purpose to win bets.
Wait, yeah, I did.
Gambling bets, right? This story came out a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, like, they started reading into it more and more, and the person who ratted him out was his wife, right? So his wife went to Instagram, and she was like, this dude, y'all, she's like, she tagged the commissioner and everything. She was like, man, y'all need to check this dude. He been losing games on purpose just to win his bets. And then, he came back on Instagram. He's like, nah, she lying bullshit.
Never trust these hoes.
Don't trust these hoes.
He should have got a ride or die.
Yeah,
He
should have got a gutter bitch.
Yeah,
he ain't had no gutter bitch.
If you Google her, she pretty cute.
She bad?
Yeah, she bad.
I seen the headline.
I have not seen this.
But she's pregnant, currently pregnant with their second child.
What the hell?
The dude, supposedly it also came out by like an unrecognized source that he was like $27 million in debt with casinos in Vegas. And then it also came out that the dude, he filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, and he's the guy's making about $6 million a year from playing in the NHL. That's what his contract.
That sounds rough all around.
Yeah,
everybody involved.
There's a lot of shit involved. Like,
that's pretty true.
What is it? So right, she's pregnant, and all this shit's going on, and like apparently the dude before she like ratted him out or whatever went on Instagram, like the dude went to Europe to go party for like a whole week and a half with like bitches and wine and everything like that, and she was like, yeah, you won't answer my calls and you won't answer my messages and you over there in Europe partying and shit. And he's like, nah, this is all false. And it's fucking crazy, bro. I mean, I guess
don't get married, kids.
Yeah. Don't get married.
She gonna rat you out in the end.
All that pillow talking eventually will come back to you.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Don't forget the Chopper's wife ratted him out too.
Yeah. So I mean,
come on, ladies.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Slacking, man.
Jeez.
We're over here trying to make a living for y'all.
All right, we do got one more segment to get into, and this one is about you, my man, Vincent J.
Yes, sir.
Our guest of the show, man of the hour. All right, so you told us beforehand your favorite teams, your favorite moments, and all that good shit. So I do want to ask you about all that shit.
Cool.
So my first thing that stood out to me was you were like, I don't like the Cowboys, and I need to know why.
Man, mostly all my homies are Cowboy fans, bro. Just hearing like, oh, the Cowboys are this season. Bro, I've been hearing that shit for 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can't even win 4 games. You know what I'm trying to say? But, no, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't like the Cowboys.
I feel you. The fan base, right? Like the fan base.
Yeah, I mean, I give it to them. They're like super hardcore and everything, you know, die hard.
Yeah.
But it's just, and they have decent teams, bro. It's just, I don't know, just something about, could be the organization.
Yeah.
Could be the team. Who knows? But they're definitely not that elite team that they used to be back in the day, you know?
I mean, I think you're right. It definitely has something to do with the organization, GM, Jerry Jones. I ain't trying to call nobody out, but Jerry Jones. The dude has been putting his hands where he don't have to. You know what I'm saying? He's meddling with the wrong things.
You pay a lot of money for a team. I kind of would do that if I could. But at the same time, you got to realize that when your hand is in the pot and they're fucking up year after year, it probably has something to do with you.
Yeah. I mean, he been butting in too much.
Yeah.
So.
You have a question for my man Jay?
Yeah. So I'll just kind of going off of, we were talking about football, and I was gonna ask you. So what is like some of your favorite sports moments? Like
in football or in sports?
In football and in sports. So let's talk about those. Like what sports moments that you're like, if I'm like, hey man, top 3 sports moments or whatever it is, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
It was when the Patriots when Tom beat Eli the second time, because Eli beat him the first. No,
it was
Tom beat him the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Eli beat him the second time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes. Well, but actually, Eli's the Tom Brady killer. If you want.
Yeah. Wait, are we talking Super Bowls?
Yeah.
I actually think Eli beat him both times.
Yeah. Eli's the Brady killer, but you might be talking about the other white boy.
You talking about Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan.
Atlanta.
Oh no. Okay, no, yeah, no. That's a crazy one as well. Was it?
They were down 27-3. Yeah.
Is it 3 years ago? Or am I 2?
It feels like 3.
Yeah, it feels like
COVID took forever, so it
feels
COVID.
Like 10. Yeah, add 2 years to COVID.
But yeah, what was it? Was it 28-3 or was it 24-3?
I think it was 27-3, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 28-3.
I think it was 28-3.
Yeah, it was
28-3. I had my Patriots shirt on. I was at Domain at Kung Fu. Everybody has Atlanta on. Everybody has Atlanta. Yeah. You don't really see a lot of people with Patriots gear on. I'm just in that motherfucker sick, bro. It's third quarter. We getting our asses whooped.
Damn.
I don't even know what's going on. Tom's getting picked up. Like, his ball's getting kicked. I'm just like, dude. And then, fucking last minute of the third quarter comes and we get that interception and then kind of things just turn, bro. And, you know what I mean? We come on top in the end.
Dude, I remember watching that Super Bowl and coming in from the half, I was like, I saw good. It's the Patriots. Like, they're going to adjust and they're going to come out, and it'll be a good game. Don't get me wrong. It was a good game regardless, right? Because obviously the outcome and how it got there. But as soon as the third quarter got kicked off, it was just like, oh, so they're really not coming back.
They're really not coming back.
Like, this is really over. Like, and dude, just out of nowhere, it was like they flipped the switch and they're like, hey, just kidding.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Probably one of the craziest comebacks of all time.
Yeah. I think that's probably the
biggest,
right?
Yeah. The biggest deficit for
sure. The biggest gap that they have.
Yeah. In a Super Bowl.
Especially for him to come back the last of the third quarter into the fourth.
I mean, he cemented his place as the GOAT. Like, I don't like Tom Brady. I don't like the Patriots. He's the GOAT, though. Like, I cannot deny that. Like,
that shit.
I respect the guy.
That shit was incredible, bro. I was jumping around. The people when we were getting our ass whooped, people were walking by, tapping me on my shoulder, like, it's all good, it's gonna be okay. And then fourth quarter came, and then everybody was all quiet. I'm going crazy, bro. Like,
you should have been like, it's all good, it's gonna be okay, man.
It's gonna be okay. But that was a badass. That was a badass. As far as NFL.
Oh yeah, man.
As far as NFL,
that's definitely a badass moment.
Yeah. Also, the Patriots against the Seahawks.
Oh, that's an old one.
That's that one.
Actually, no,
when we
yeah.
caught the
Malcolm
interception
That's
on the red zone.
That's a heartbreaking one for the Seahawks.
I was
fans.
going crazy, bro. I was going crazy. That was a good one as well.
I will never forget that. It's like you already know the ball's going to Marshawn Lynch.
Everybody knew.
And then you're just like, what the fuck?
Only Malcolm Butler knew he was going right there.
It's kind of like when Pop outcoached himself and took Tim Duncan out, and Ray Allen hit the shot. That's pretty much exactly what happened. Pete Carroll was like, nah, everybody knows it's going to beast mode. It's going to my receiver, and fuck.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. And written
Fucking
history.
Pete Carroll, man. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Fuck him.
You have any basketball favorite moments?
Yeah. Definitely the championship 2010.
That was wild, man. That was wild.
Metal World Peace. Putting it back up.
So
Man,
fucking
I love
funny,
Meta,
bro.
dog.
So
Fucking Meta.
the whole description where he's like, "Oh, Kobe passed me." No, he like, "Yeah, Kobe passed me the ball," and he looked at me like, "Pass it back," and he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm finna shoot." He shoots and he makes it like that shit is hilarious.
Dog. I love Meta so much, man. He's one of my favorite all-time players, dog.
He's one of I like Metal World Peace or Ron Artest or whatever it is. One of my favorite sports moments was Malice in the Palace when he used to play for Indiana.
He was throwing hands.
Yeah, so
He was throwing hands.
I think there's supposed to be a documentary on that coming out in the next couple weeks on Netflix. So
That's pretty loud.
yeah.
So yeah, I gotta ask you, as a Lakers fan, what did Kobe mean to you?
Kobe definitely meant like being like relentless, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you want to be great, you gotta put in the work, as you know. You gotta put your 10,000 hours in, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Of course, his profession was basketball, but Kobe just meant was just being you, you know what I mean, and being not afraid no matter what the size is, how big or small you are, and giving it your all on the hardwood, on the field, and whatever you do, you know, and and executing and being a technician and that on that court, and you know what I mean, re-engineer yourself at all times, you know what I mean, prepare yourself for these clutch moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I've shot this shot thousands of times, but why can't I just hit it one more time?
The dude loved pressure.
It's just relentless.
Yeah.
Like, it's like just mean, you know what I mean? Like real dog shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you want to call it like that motherfucker's a dog, you know? So definitely, as far as for a lot of people, you know what I mean? Not only for myself, especially, I mean, I grew up playing basketball. And, you know what I mean, he definitely meant, like, a lot to a lot of kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Growing up.
To the community,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I feel like Kobe would be one of those guys to be like, your shot versus my shot, whoever misses a free throw or a three-pointer or whatever the hell it is, like, we're betting our lives on it. He'd be like, all right, bet.
Say less.
And I'm pretty sure he'd fucking win.
He was really cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, he was. And
It's just that, like you said, that mama mentality, that sharp mentality is like, yeah, we can play one-on-one, but you ain't going to break me. You can talk shit to me, but you ain't going to break me. Like, you know what I mean? It's just having that straight, that bulletproof mindset.
Real talk,
And just, shout out Kobe, R.I.P.
Yes,
Kobe.
R.I.P. Kobe. Inspired a whole generation.
Yeah, for sure.
Several generations.
Yeah.
Several generations.
So I had a question for you, man. So you're an artist, right? So I'm asking you to pick two artists, one that you would like to collab with that actually you think has skills, and then another one that you just be like, nah, I would like to collab with him or her, right? Just because I want to do a feature with them, or I want them to feature. So out of all the athletes, one that you just be like, hey, I want to do a song with you. Let's go.
Like an athlete that's an artist?
Yeah, an athlete out of any sport. Don't got to be any sport. And it could be a he, she, or they.
But they don't have to be musically. They don't have to be musically talented.
No, they don't have to be musically talented. One musically talented, and then the other one musically talented. So Shaq.
I'll definitely do Shaq though.
Okay.
Shaq is
Very
I
talented.
feel like and Shaq can rap.
it's Shaq.
Yeah.
He's the only NBA rapper that had a Biggie verse, bro.
Yeah.
He got a Biggie verse on that album that he dropped.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
Probably like a full 16, bro. You know what I
He
mean?
got a song with Zero, and he went ham on that one.
No way.
He do. Yeah.
Yeah, he did win him on the.
Shout out Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He from Louisiana. He knows
Bro.
Texas.
Yeah.
I'll do Shaq. Damian is pretty good.
Okay.
Damian Lillard's pretty good. Victor Oladipo can sing.
Oh, yeah,
man.
he can sing.
He can
I forgot
sing.
all
He can
about that,
sing.
yeah.
Sing. He
Might
can
do a little
sing.
collab. That'd be a
Sing.
pretty good collab, right? Just, put him on the hook or something.
I'll probably get McGregor to make me an intro just to like talk shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck, mate?
Yeah.
Fuck your wife. Your wife is in my DMs, mate.
Real talk, bro.
that would be quite the intro, though.
That would be the intro.
That would be pretty
it.
dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
All right, Jay. I got one more question for you. It's kind of off his question a little bit too, I guess. Name one athlete that you can imagine, like he not for real, but you can imagine he grew up in Rundberg. Like he came from Rundberg. He gives me that Rundberg vibe.
John Wall.
John Wall.
John Wall.
You know what? I can see it.
I can
John
see that.
Wall.
I'm already thinking about the signs. I
Yeah,
can
I
see
mean,
it, dog.
He's just mean. You know,
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan also came. You know, he came from the hood. I'm trying to think who else. I would say Derrick Rose, but Derrick Rose is a real like calm guy.
he's
You know what I
more
mean?
chill,
Like
yeah.
John Wall is more like
Yeah.
you know, like
I was gonna
aggressive.
say Bobby Portis. I don't know if you know too much
Okay,
about
yeah,
Bobby Portis.
Yeah, Bobby Portis.
The guy that punched his own teammate in practice, and
That's fucking
they
crazy.
kind of agreed with Bobby Portis doing it. You know, like we understood why you did it.
Yeah, they were like, we ain't messing with this dude. Like, yeah,
Crazy eye Bobby Portis.
That
I
is
don't know.
crazy.
Yeah.
Shit, Michael Jordan used to punch on motherfuckers too in
Yeah.
practice.
That was
He was
back then
bad.
when it was allowed. Like you can't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
Can't.
Now you can't even raise your voice at him.
Yeah. You can't do nothing at him.
Shout out John Wall.
Yeah,
John Wall's the dog.
He's
He a
from the
ba-
Berg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He a bad motherfucker.
I would not want to piss off John Wall.
No,
Honestly,
yeah,
but
I
real
wouldn't.
shit.
I wouldn't want to get in a street fight with him.
All right, you got one more question?
That's all I got, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and just, been keep up the good work, man. We were at your show. Was it last weekend?
Yep.
Or last
last
weekend,
week.
and it was dope, man. Just keep up the
Yeah,
good
if you
work
didn't
and-
go to the show, you really missed out.
You
Mrs.
missed out,
Jay was
motherfucker.
putting on a display for Austin, and it was
Yes.
packed out.
Shout out my
A
boy
lot of people there.
Mario.
Yes, sir.
as
Mario
well.
in the background. Shout out to you. And shout out to you, Jay. We're gonna keep you updated with his music career. I don't know if you got some new heat dropping soon or.
What you working on?
I'm working on an album. I got no time frame right now. Definitely we have an upcoming show that we're working on. Should be ready by late September. We got
Nice.
some pretty cool surprises for everybody. And yeah, man, just trying to keep the traffic going and keep the trap jumping, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was it the kid from Rundberg? I like that. The album art is cool on it too because it
Mhm.
reminds me definitely is like, hey, that's Jay right there. And that's the hood. And,
Yeah.
and it's got some pretty good
He
music.
true
on
to his
there.
word. He is the kid from Rundberg.
Yeah,
He
And
never
I-
changed up.
Yeah.
a lot of the songs on there they got like some. So I'm personally like into R&B and rap, kind of like some of that mixing that singing and
Melodic and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that,
yeah. So it's you got some nice tracks on
Appreciate
there.
you, brother.
That's definitely something pretty cool, man. I'll fuck with that.
Hell yeah, put it on. Shout
if
out
anything, my
ATX.
recommendation, 1996, my favorite song by Vintage J. Check it out, Spotify, YouTube.
Yes. Any other
Yeah.
shout outs before we?
Shout out to the whole North team. Shout out for everybody in ATX that's applying pressure, you know what I mean, and being consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stay focused, keep your eyes on your own journey, and appreciate
sir.
the dark and bright days in life, because days are not always going to be, you know what I mean, super bright. But, you know, perseverance makes diamonds.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, we're all for it.
Yeah, you don't just walk out and get successful. You got to work for it.
You got to work for it.
Mama
fall.
mentality,
Mama
baby.
mentality,
Mama
Sure.
mentality 24/7.
It fits
All right.
the narrative.
This has been a wonderful podcast. Thank you, Jay,
Absolutely,
for coming on,
man.
my man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you,
I
brother,
am
for
your
having me.
humble, awkward, highly gracious host, Mark Hogan.
Signing out. Big E, Big A&M.
Vintage out.
Yes, sir. And this has been over 500. Thank you for watching.
Don't miss.